Hello, my name is Jonathan Butler and I'm a holistic practitioner, and I'm coming back to you again this afternoon with some more powerful information that should raise your consciousness a bit and cause you to take a little more responsibility for what's going on in your family's home. Today I'm primarily speaking of what's actually going on in your bathroom. So what I want you to do, if you're watching this video, I want you to pause it and I want you to go into your restroom and I want to open your consciousness around a substance that you and your family are using every day that has tremendous detrimental health issues to you that you're not even aware of. So pause the video and run to your restroom and come back with your toothpaste. That's right, your toothpaste. How is my toothpaste causing me health problems? Well, I've actually did a lecture entitled "My Toxic Toothbrush," and I actually put it in a book form. So I think that should be ready coming up shortly in an ebook form. But nonetheless, I want you to get your toothpaste, and they're not afraid to print it, so I'm not afraid to show it and read it. You can see what this is, and it's Colgate. And on the back of the Colgate it says, "Warning, keep out of the reach of children under the age of 6. If more than used for brushing is accidentally swallowed, get medical help or contact a poison control center right away." Can you explain to me why I need to contact a poison control center just for brushing my teeth? Can you? Well, I'm going to share with you why that particular warning sign is on here. And I believe it was about 15 years ago where it used to be a skull and crossbone on a lot of the warning labels now, but people found them to be offensive, so they just took off the skull and crossbones and put on the warning labels. There's a diabolical reason why sodium fluoride, which is the active ingredient in toothpaste. And by the way, let me just say this: if you have another toothpaste that does not contain the sodium fluoride, you want to check and make sure that it doesn't say SLS or sodium lauryl sulfate, which that is another chemical that's actually causing major issues with cancer. Sodium lauryl sulfate, it's abbreviated as SLS. But today I'm focusing on sodium fluoride and how did it get in my toothpaste. Well, just a pea-size amount of this stuff, and I'm going to show you what a pea-size is. That amount of toothpaste has enough sodium fluoride in it to suppress your immune system for 12 hours. Sodium fluoride was never, ever designed to be in the human body. This same ingredient, sodium fluoride, you can find right in your decon, or what's better known as rat poison. It's also in a lot of bug killers as well. And the reason being, it attacks the neurological system and it affects these rodents, and it causes them to swell up and basically burst because the chemical is so toxic. Well, the same amount of sodium fluoride that's in a pea-sized amount that I put on this toothbrush is also in an 8-ounce glass of water. So now we have to ask the question, well, wait a minute. Didn't my dentist say that it was safe for me to use sodium fluoride? Didn't my dentist tell me I need fluoride to have strong teeth? Absolutely. But I'm here to tell you today, in the 21st century, 2010, that the dentist was misled. The AMA, the ADA, misled the dentist. Why? Because sodium fluoride, there's a list of these issues with it, but I'm just going to highlight a couple for time's sake. Sodium fluoride, number one, suppresses the immune system for about 12 hours after each use. Sodium fluoride also, again, like I said, is found in rat poison or decon. Number three, sodium fluoride can first be traced back to the first use in the German warfare camps. In the war camps. What do you mean in the war camps? It's the drug that Hitler used on all the Jews. It's a mind-altering drug. What sodium fluoride does is it not only does it suppress your immune system, but it causes you to become more subjective to subliminal messages via television, radio, and satellite. Let me repeat. Sodium fluoride causes you to be more subjective to subliminal messages via television, radio, and satellite. What do I mean? Basically, that you can be programmed with messages that's coded coming through your television or your radio or satellite. And if you have enough of this chemical in your brain, your body and your brain is going to begin to reenact or follow the programming that's been directed towards you or your particular community or neighborhood. If you do a little bit more research, you're going to find out now that sodium fluoride also is responsible for minimizing or affecting the IQ in children. Yes. So in actuality, you have a A+ student, but because they've been using Colgate, or I was about to say Pepsodent, but no, that's for another class of people. What's the other toothpaste? Colgate, you know the one. Check your bathroom. That's the one. Those toothpastes not only suppress the immune system, but it also affects the immune systems as well. So if I'm ingesting tap water and I'm taking sodium fluoride in the form of toothpaste, now you can put 2 and 2 together to see why we have epidemic portions of autoimmune diseases here in America. Because guess what? You've been suppressing your immune system with a chemical called sodium fluoride that some smart guy thought it was necessary to put in the toothpaste. Well, I understand that we've been taught that sodium fluoride is supposed to actually retard cavities. However, if you look at all the countries that don't use fluorinated water or fluoride in their toothpaste, guess what? They don't have half the dental problems as we do here in America. Sodium fluoride is very dangerous, very toxic to not only human beings, but also to the planet. Sodium fluoride actually is a byproduct of aluminum that the companies here in America decided to start to dump into the water supplies to get rid of. And then when the AMA came around and started to talk about how good it is for your bones or your teeth, they were able to hide it and dump it in regular drinking water supplies. And under the auspices of that, it's going to help your bones and your teeth. Well, however, since they've started that process, we've also generated more and more degenerative disc disease here in this country. It's really amazing to me how we as people, especially king's kids or kingdom builders, have allowed such an atrocity to come into our communities. But it's okay, because God always has a ram in the bush. And that ram in the bush is to first get you, before you can get to the ram in the bush, let me say it that way, you have to become aware. You have to become aware of what's going on around you. And the reason we want to become aware is so that we can begin to move with a certain level of accountability and responsibility for what I put in my temple and for what I allow to go into my children's temples. And once you begin to operate on that mental frequency, then you will be able to see the ram in the bush.